Hello, in this second video, we will learn about the first physical quantity which is called length. And what is length? Length is the distance between any 2 points or any two places. For example, the distance between, let us say, one end of your school ground to the other end of your school ground is the length, right? Is the length of the ground. Now, how do we measure length? Now, humans have been measuring length of different objects for a very long time. So, in ancient times, in older days, humans used to measure the distance of objects or distance of, let's say, fields or different things using footsteps. So, a person would simply walk and put the next foot in front of him and then join the next foot and the next foot and measure the length of a particular field or a particular place, right? And also another important or popular method was using a hand span, which is the distance between the little finger, the tip of the little finger and the tip of the thumb when the hand is stretched. So this is called the hand span. And another method that was used was called the arm length or the cubit, which was the distance between the elbow and the tip of the middle finger. Now, there was a problem. There is a problem when we make use of these three methods. What I want you to do is rapidly measure the length of any one side of your room using hand spans. Well, if your room is not exactly in hand spans, you can also add up a few fingers to that. I'm sure you've done it in your junior classes. Now, rapidly just measure the length of any one side of your room using a hand span, and then you can ask your sibling, which is your brother or sister or your parent, to measure the length of the same side of the room using their hands. Well, if you do that, you will find out that both your measurement and the measurement taken by your parent will be different. Why is it so? Because the size of the hands differ. Same is the case with the foot. Same is the case with the arm length or the cubit. Arm length is also called cubit. Now that is the reason why we cannot make use of footsteps or hand spans or arm lengths to measure things in our daily lives today. So in modern times now, what do we make use of? We have come up with certain methods which are known as modern methods of measuring length. And we make use of certain tools or instruments, as we call them. And these instruments, some of these common instruments are, this is a ruler. I'm sure you have used this in your class. Then we've got something called a measuring tape. A ruler is usually not more than 1 meter long. We'll learn what a meter is in some time or in our next video. A measuring tape is used to measure longer distances. It can be used to measure 30 to 50 meters long objects or places. And then we've got this device here, and this is called a screw gauge. And screw gauge is used to measure very small, very tiny lengths that are less than 1 millimeter. What is 1 millimeter is something we'll learn soon. And similarly, we have got another instrument which is called a Vernier Caliper. A Vernier Caliper. Vernier Caliper is also used to measure very small lengths. So I hope you've understood what we learned in this video. I hope you've understood what length is. I hope you've understood what are the ancient methods of measuring length and why we don't use them. And also I hope you've understood what are some of the modern methods or modern instruments that we make use to measure length, and what is the difference between ruler and measuring tape and screw gauge and a vernier caliper. I will see you in the next video.